What's going on, everybody? Appreciate everybody being here. A lot happened today. A lot of crazy stuff in the market. SoFi earnings, PayPal earnings, OpenAI deals with Microsoft. Sorry, I guess I have two things open. Get rid of that reverb. OpenAI did a huge deal today with Microsoft. I mean, what else can we say? This is the beginning of the most important week. Our Fed meeting tomorrow. Meta's reporting, Amazon's reporting, Microsoft's reporting, Alphabet's reporting, Apple's reporting. I mean, too much to follow this week. Really crazy. Let's start off with where we ended the day. Let me get this banner out of here. So keep in mind, everything that I say, my own personal opinions. I'm not a financial advisor, so please do your own due diligence. Oh, thank you for new members so much. Truly appreciate it. There's some videos in the members only section. Really appreciate it. Ray, thank you for being here. Oh, and Ray, you were on a midstream before. A lot of people were saying I wasn't being fair to the chocolate milk. They only drink white whole milk. Well, I got the chocolate milk right here, so that's clearly incorrect. Chocolate milk is delicious. I don't know why anybody said I would disrespect the chocolate milk. It's no bueno. Yeah, how about that NVIDIA? We're going to get into it right now, so let me share it. I mean, this is crazy, guys. NVIDIA finished at 201.03. After hours, it popped another 1.7%, 204.5. I mean, I think everybody thought I was joking when I said it's 1989, not 1996 or 1999. A lot of financial analysts on CNBC have been saying it's either 96 or 99. How close to the bubble popping? Well, this isn't a bubble, in my opinion. I've been saying that for a long time. I do think that we're in a situation where this is going to keep expanding. When you blow up a balloon, it just expands until it eventually pops. I think we just started blowing up the balloon. Don't forget, the ChatGPT moment was only in 2023. I mean, less than 2.5 years ago was the ChatGPT moment. So people want to say we're at the end of the run already. I don't get it. Everything I see from the research I do is that we're just pouring more money into it. I think today was even more evidence of that. So got the S&P year to date. I mean, to think that we were at 493 in April, we're almost 300 points higher already. This looks like a 2020 chart, but it's 2025. I got to tell you, I really do think we're hitting 7,000. I really do. We may even hit it this week. I mean, in all seriousness, what would stop us from hitting it this week? If you get good earnings and a Fed cut, you could hit 7,000 this week. It's just, I don't know. Look what it did today. I mean, at one point it was at 685. It pumped to almost 700. I don't know. We'll see. SoFi, huge, huge day. I mean, you had I was scared this morning. I was live, would admit I took the day off to stream SoFi earnings. I got to tell you, if you heard me this morning, I was saying that if this breaks 30, I would be really scared. It broke 30. It got down to 28.84. It kept going, turned around, and for the better part of the day, just climbed. We ended at 31.66. I wrote an article about SoFi. I'll discuss it. It's out on Seeking Alpha. I'll link the article. If you leave a comment, I will reply. I started writing an article on PayPal. I didn't get to finish it. I got caught up with other things with work. PayPal had an interesting day. Typical PayPal. I mean, Alex Chris finally took my advice and started a dividend company. I don't think that he went hard enough on the dividend. Besides the point, they announced a deal with OpenAI, stock pumps up over 12%, and then all of a sudden starts ticking down, and before you know it, you go up from being up around $9 to being up around 3. It's the typical life of a PayPal investor. I am not a PayPal shareholder anymore. I think it's very undervalued, but nothing can breathe life back into this stock. It is crazy. I really did think that the dividend play was the right move. I just would have went about it differently. I'll discuss that when we get to PayPal. And for those of you interested, you know that later on we tend to get a little silly and talk about food and some other stuff. I believe Chef Paul is coming on tonight. So most likely we will be talking about steaks and pizza later. So that'll be fun. But let's get into SOFI. So I want to bring up some of the charts that I make, that if you read the articles that I put out on Seeking Alpha, you'll be used to these charts. If not, and it's the first time you're seeing them, I'll walk you through them. So let me make this a little bigger for everybody. We'll start with the first two, and then we'll work our way down. All right, good. So this was a blowout quarter in all sense of the word. So we know that Anthony Noto is an excellent CEO. We know that the guy's an operator, and I give him a lot of credit. If you haven't seen his speech that he gave at Stanford, it is what made me become a SOFI investor. I bet on the jockey and that he could deploy and implement his vision, and he did. The team around him is incredible, and they've done an incredible job. I mean, at a time in 2020 where you had the pandemic, student loan moratorium, their main line of business was basically frozen. They took this company and they built out verticals in the face of adversity, and they went at it with one hand tied behind their back for several years. And now they're starting to reap the rewards. So in the first slide, or first left side chart, I break out the different business units. So lending, technology, financial services. So this is their net revenue. As you can see, up and to the right with lending and financial services. So let me get my notes out, since I can't memorize everything. I have too many things going through my freaking head. So student loan so we'll start with you know what? Let's start with this. Let's start with student loan originations. I'm sorry. Let's start with this because this sets the tone. So their big business is their lending portfolio. Student loan originations came in at $1.49 billion, increased year over year in Q3 by $548 million. It was a 58.09% year over year increase. Personal loan book, which is the red line on the left chart where my mouse is moving, $7.49 billion in originations, 53% year over year increase. Home loans ticked up quite a bit. That's the yellow line on the bottom, up 92% year over year. Came in at $944 million, up $454 million year over year. Total originations on the loan book, $9.93 billion, up 57% year over year. That is the green line with the total. Absolutely incredible. Now, when I look at the revenue for each segment, financial services is going actually gangbusters. It's absolutely incredible what's going on. And it's become their most profitable segment. So on the right, where we have lending, technology, financial services for contribution profit, the lending came in at 261.6 million. It was up 9.49% year over year. Technology was down almost 2%, not great. Financial services is the big story. So that's the yellow line. So 225 million, and it increased 126% year over year. They added $126 million year over year in contribution profit. This led, when I look at the adjusted net revenue and adjusted EBITDA, adjusted net revenue increased 37.74% year over year. They came in at 949 million and change, up 260 million year over year. And then adjusted EBITDA, $276.88 million, up 48.86%, or $90.88 million year over year. This is really spectacular when I look at these numbers. Their fee-based revenue was up 50% year over year to 409 million. They blew it out of the water with members. I think the members was 905,000 net new. Member growth's up 35% year over year to 12.6 million members. Product growth up 36% to a record of 18.6 million products being used. Can't say enough good things about this quarter. I really can't. So I'm actually going to bring up something else. Give me a sec. So it's at the bottom. Okay. So I want to bring up the members and deposits real quick. And I want to explain why a lower rate environment is really going to benefit SoFi. So when I look at the deposits, this was huge. They generated, or they brought in, an additional 3 billion and change in deposits this quarter. And their member growth is still growing huge. We could see 1 million net new members in Q4. Now, SoFi is delivering on pretty much every vertical, and they have a few things going on that I'm really excited about. So let's get into lower rate environment. Oh, hold on. I didn't fall asleep on the call. The call was boring. Sorry. I read through the transcript afterwards, and I think I'm just going to do that from now on. So give me one moment. All right. So when I look at what's happening, we're probably going to get a rate cut tomorrow, 25 bips. And we are probably going to get another rate cut in December. SoFi makes a good amount of money on their lending business. The way that they make money on lending, obviously, as I just showed you, personal loans, student loans, home originations. When they lend out money, they collect fixed fees or floating rate. Hopefully, and I don't know the exact percentage, but I like fixed because it's not going to move down as rates move down. Now, SoFi, because they're a bank, they're able to take in all the deposits and then lend that capital out and generate interest. As the Fed lowers rates, SoFi is going to be able to lower the interest that it's paying everybody. As they do that, their net interest margins should expand, and it should boost profitability on the banking side considerably going forward, because the spread between what they are bringing in from their loan, from the interest on their loans that they're making, And then what they're paying out to their members on their deposits should expand and create more profits for SoFi. So I think that this is a very interesting time for SoFi because they've been able to lend out and lend out in a higher rate environment. Hopefully, there's a lot of high yielding loans. And we know that their underwriting process is incredibly stringent. They do a lot of due diligence. They only write to people that are, I believe, I don't want to say bad numbers. It's over 700, I believe. I believe it's difficult to get a loan from them. And there are some catalysts on the horizon. So I believe that SoFi is positioning themselves to capitalize on the blockchain super cycle that's occurring. We all know that, I fell asleep on the earnings call, but I did absorb it through osmosis, even though I read it. But, management outlined specific product launches and capabilities leveraging blockchain technology as they emphasize speed, cost efficiency, and safety in payments. SoFi launched SoFi Pay, which allows the end user to send dollars from the United States through a level 2 blockchain through their platform to other parts of the world, where it is then converted into the local fiat currency. SoFi is planning on rolling this capability out throughout the entire world. And the SoFi Pay app is designed to be a universal payment system. This is really interesting because it's going to allow payments through any preferred method, not just through the blockchain or stablecoins. And SoFi is also planning on issuing a stablecoin, which is slated to launch in Q1 2026. And Noto specifically said that he's expecting it to help drive faster, cheaper, and safer payments. His words, not mine. And I believe that SoFi is really positioned in a position of strength now because they're going to be, at this rate, the first national bank in the United States where its customers will be able to buy, sell, and hold crypto on its platform. And I think that a lot of people are going to look to that as a level of safety, which I'm very bullish on. In addition to that, we had a big announcement. Some people on X were making fun of me because they said, haha, this is probably why Steve likes the report because of the new Galileo deal. Galileo is their tech platform. The Rapid Rewards debit card with Southwest Airlines, and also that the technology platform Galileo recently joined the AWS Partner Network to expand its reach. I'm very happy about that. I think I'm more happy that level 1 options were just rolled out and that the crypto platform is slated, I believe, for the end of Q4. So we have a lot of verticals, we have a lot of catalysts, and we have a Fed that's cutting rates, which is going to be very bullish for SoFi, in my opinion. So Noto keeps beating and raising, and now they're talking about the rule of 40. They have a 67 rule of 40. I mean, let me bring up the deck. There's a couple of, do I not have the deck? What is wrong with me? Where'd the deck go? I swear I had the deck open, everybody. Promise you I had the deck open. I was looking at it like an hour ago. What's going on here? Well, Noto continues to beat and raise. I mean, that's his MO. So knowing that and knowing that he has his PSUs, so him and the management team have PSUs, which vest at the end of the year. Tranches of 25, 35, and 45. They need these shares to either stay an average of 25, 35, or 45 for a period of 90 days. And I don't know the exact date in June, but sometime in June where it needs to happen by. And that's how he is going to get his bonus. We already got 25 locked at this point. And anything can happen, but it's pretty much locked. 35 we haven't hit yet. We sure as hell haven't hit 45. We're going to see what happens. So let me bring up the deck. And I think next quarter is going to be $1 billion quarter. So Anybody who's followed SoFi knows that the deck has gotten much bigger. It's pretty crazy the amount of stuff they're adding in. That one slide is because of Chris, data-driven investing. He specifically got Chris Lapointe to add one of those slides. I'm interested to see what he thinks about some of this stuff on Saturday when we do our stream with the whole fintech gang. So prior guidance was $3.375 billion for the year on adjusted net revenue. Noto just took it up to $3.54 billion. Adjusted EBITDA was at $960 million. They just took it up to over $1 billion and increased the margin by a percentage point. Net income, I mean, they're going from 370 to 455 with 2% increased margin. A lot of people were worried about the equity raise right after they released earnings last quarter because of the dilution. Tanner and I both said, doesn't matter. It's not going to impact earnings. It looks like both of us were right. Tanner and I are going to do something together and discuss our thoughts on SoFi. Diluted EPS was expected to be 31 cents. It is now expected to be 37 cents. We know that Noto is going to beat these numbers. I mean, Q1, Q2, Q3 of last year and this year, if I'm not mistaken, was a triple beat every quarter. I could be wrong. I really think it was a triple beat every quarter. It has been in freaking Q1, Q2, Q3 this year. Beat and raise, beat and raise, beat and raise. And when I say triple beat, they beat on the top, the bottom, and they raise guidance. I can see them coming in this quarter with over $1 billion in revenue and setting the stage to do $4 to $4.5 billion in 2026 in revenue. I can see them coming in at $1.05 billion in adjusted EBITDA and getting up to maybe $475 million in net income. They could push 40 cents of diluted EPS this year. It's just great company. I'm excited to see what they do in 2026 because they're finally firing on all cylinders. They don't have one hand tied behind their back. There is no student loan moratorium. They have a national bank charter. They built out all the different verticals. I got to tell you, you guys know, I was lukewarm going into this earnings call. I was talking about exiting half my position. To some, I have a small position. To others, I have a big position. To me, it's one of my positions. Love the company, and I am no longer going through the motions in my head of exiting half my position. This quarter made me realize once again why I'm a shareholder, why I've been so bullish throughout the pain, why I believed in the company when things were going wrong, why I thought people were wrong when it was at $5. And I think 2026 is going to be a really good year. I do. And we also have the S&P coming up. Who knows when? I think they're going to get in 2026. Here's the other thing. This could be a situation where people end up FOMOing into it because they missed Robinhood. Who knows? But yeah, I'm back on the very bullish train right now. Both feet are in the car. We'll see what happens. PayPal. I feel bad for PayPal shareholders. I really, really do. I mean, this was everything that PayPal shareholders wanted in the morning, and it did not work out that way in the afternoon. I mean, look at this chart. You get a deal in the morning with OpenAI, you get a dividend, you get top and bottom line growth year over year, you get confirmation that this is not a dying company. PayPal digital wallet's going to be embedded in ChatGPT. And the stock sells off after the pump. Like finally it starts going up again, finally, and then all of a sudden, nobody has confidence anymore. It's crazy. This stock can't get out of its own way. And it was a good quarter. It's not like it wasn't a good quarter. It was a good quarter. So let me bring up my notes. I mean, how can anybody be mad at this? Net revenue increased 7% to 8.4 billion. Transactional margin dollars increased 6% to 3.9 billion. I mean, operating income increased 9% to 1.5 billion. Operating margin expanded 33 basis points to 18%. I mean, total payment volume increased 8% to 458.1 billion. That's a good number to think about, because if ChatGPT becomes a de facto search engine and everybody's really using it, having the PayPal digital wallet in there is going to be good for them. I don't understand why PayPal still has this black cloud over it. It doesn't make sense. It's raining over PayPal. It's not stopping. And it's a cash machine. I mean, cash flow from operations this quarter was $2 billion, and they generated $1.7 billion in free cash flow. $1.7 billion on free cash flow on $8.4 billion in net revenue. I mean, that's a great margin. Talking, what is that, 23, 24%? Maybe even a little higher. You had adjusted free cash flow of $2.3 billion. It's just, it's crazy that this company is, where is this company trading at right now on a forward basis? 13.4 times earnings. It's a crime. This is crazy. I mean, look, I don't know what's going to happen. This is a bad chart. You know, can I get a 5-year on this? Hold on. I can. I got to tell you, Chris Patel was right. I'm starting to like the Webull platform for this type of stuff. It's nice and easy. This is a 5-year chart on PayPal. Now, did it deserve to get the 300 or 315? Probably not. Does it deserve to be where it is now? Probably not. It's a freaking cash flow machine. Oh, whoa, Rishi. I respect it. I like it. Even though people are making fun of me about white whole milk, I like it. Get back to the chocolate milk. We don't disrespect the milk around here. So, to answer your question, I actually don't use PayPal, but just because I don't use it doesn't mean that it's not growing. I mean, I look at the numbers. I don't need to be a user of the product to think that it's undervalued. And nothing has worked so far, yet this has been a growing company on the top and bottom line. So we'll see. My gripe right now is that they didn't go harder on the dividend. I think doing a 14-cent dividend is just not where it needs to be. I think that they need to be higher. Obviously, I am not the CEO of PayPal. I do not know what's best for the company. My logic is, if they're going to plow $6 billion into return of capital every year now, do 3 and 3. The buybacks, yes, they're helping EPS, but they're not driving the share price higher. The street just doesn't care. I think that they should have came in with a 3 or 4% dividend right off the bat. Get into SCHD, get into VYM, get into all the dividend ETFs, and get all the income investors excited, because a lot of tech companies have run so much. IBM and Cisco, they're not yielding the 3, 4, 5% anymore. So if PayPal had come in with a 3.5%, 4% dividend, I think a lot of money would have moved into it. I really do. We'll see. I like the numbers. I want to see what happens with OpenAI. I actually found there was a couple of videos, and interesting. I want to see 2 videos real quick. PayPal was actually a final trade. Even though I was off today, I still worked, so I did not have time. And I do remember now. I'm learning, guys. I have to flip the button before I do this, so I'm learning. I want to see whose final trade this was.
Time, Tim.
Southern Copper. Copper is going higher.
Bonawyn.
I tend to agree. Real.
Dan?
Tim's PayPal. What'd you say? Can't hurt you?
Can't hurt you. No.
Well, I said, bye.
Neither can Evan Brown, who we now totally dig. I think Newmont Mining is turning a game, Melms.
All right. Thank you for watching Fast Money. See you back here tomorrow at 5. Mad Money.
Should I be shocked that Dan Nathan just had PayPal as his final trade? Oh my God. I mean, he's like super bear sometimes, but I guess he goes more value. So I can see it. That makes sense to me. In a way, that makes sense. In a way, that makes sense. Yeah, so we also had Microsoft and OpenAI. I did not get a chance to watch this. I'll take some questions in a few minutes, so I'll answer this real quick. PDI and PTI, I didn't look into it. Let's see what happens tomorrow after let's see what happens with cuts. Ultimately, I have a growing position in PDI. I own PTY also. I like them long term. I think they'll be fine. Theoretically, as the Fed cuts, you should have both ends of PDI and PTY's portfolio do well. The bonds that are trading at a discount should become more valuable, and the ones that they invested in at fair value last year should become more valuable because they have a higher coupon on them. So Chris and I will be doing a full episode on bond curves and everything else. All right, let me bring this up. This is something that I wanted to get to and I just didn't have time, so we'll react to this together. I know I screwed up. You guys don't even have to say it. I know exactly what I did. I didn't flip the switch. I wish there was a way I could automatically keep that on.
We'll get to the Amazon stuff, get to the OpenAI stuff, because they made some comments about energy as well. But as somebody who covers this stuff every single day, anything you heard that sort of takes us into a new track? Or is it stuff we've heard about NVIDIA's business prospects prior?
I feel like this is the latest example of NVIDIA leaning into this tech conglomerate playbook. Think about some of the investments they've made lately. $100 billion into OpenAI over the next few years. They're investing $5 billion into their rival Intel, but also taking a $500 million stake in a self-driverless car startup. I mean, they're just really expanding the scope of what their business model is. And with NVIDIA, they've now got new rivals in the chip business. Google has their TPU, their in-house silicon. Amazon's trying to build a rival as well.
When I woke up this morning and turned on CNBC and watched Jim and David and others talking on Squawk on the Street, I saw Lisa Su of Advanced Micro Devices, right? And I knew that Jensen was giving a speech today at the NVIDIA Developers Conference or GPU conference in DC, and I thought, this is not just an AI arms race, it's a PR arms race, it's a money race, right? All these companies, in many ways, are competing for the same investor dollar, I think. Yes or no?
I mean, they're all looking to capture part of that OpenAI halo. You mentioned AMD and NVIDIA and Broadcom. Think about the kind of price surges we've seen in the public markets off the back of a single announcement about a relationship with OpenAI that's forming, whether that's an equity stake or a commitment to build new compute.
Yeah, I mean, we had one with Nokia today. NVIDIA takes a stake in Nokia. We haven't talked about Nokia in years, and the stock is absolutely rocketing higher. At pretty much at the same time this occurred, Sam Altman of OpenAI, I guess he's probably the most powerful man in technology in America, if it's not Jensen Huang, was making comments about building out the power base, something we talked about with Interior Secretary Burgum moments ago. I know you were here. You were sort of monitoring that. What did Sam Altman say?
So we had this live stream, and it was off the back of the news that they've finalized terms of their commercial agreement with Microsoft, but the conversation veered towards his infrastructure ambitions, and he said two very interesting things. So one, they've committed to 33 gigawatts of compute, and the best way to think about that is each gigawatt is what the equivalent of one nuclear reactor that it would take to power it, or 750,000 homes. And what he said is that the industry standard today is $50 billion roughly to build out a gigawatt of compute.
Yes.
He wants to get it down to $20 billion. That is an ambitious
I want a
commitment.
unicorn and a pony. I'm not sure it's going to happen. Sam Altman, to me, and you don't have to comment on this, he's making comments about energy, which are great. He recognizes the demand for energy, which is great. But is anybody pushing back on this and saying, well, is this possible? Because that's not something that's necessarily in his control. All due respect to Sam Altman, he doesn't build nuclear power plants, at least not yet.
He's getting into the business of building chips with Broadcom.
Okay.
They signed a $10 billion deal there. He's diversifying his chip exposure with AMD, with NVIDIA. We'll see if they ultimately decide to sign with AWS, but he's controlling what he can control. And so he's also had this open call to infrastructure providers across North America. 800 bids have come in to offer him a mix of power sources to make this reality.
Did you say ultimately or ultimately? Because I feel like it's it might be Sam ultimately. We're going to do this. We'll see if he can actually now control energy very quickly. OpenAI had a restructuring.
Yes.
It involves Microsoft. I'm not going to pretend to understand what the story is. What's the story?
To me, it's a win for Microsoft. So we finalized terms of both their commercial agreement and then also Microsoft's equity stake. That's 27%, largest single shareholder in the company. Think about the return that Microsoft has. Its stake is worth $135 billion. They invested $13 billion into OpenAI. That's a pretty impressive return over that space of time. They retain a lot of IP rights and that 20% revenue share. So a lot of wins for Microsoft here.
I mean, this is insane. So tomorrow's going to be interesting. I said it earlier that they are going to be in a position where Amazon and Alphabet have to come over the top now. So I'm telling you guys, I think it's 1989. I know better than to go against the great Dan Ives. I don't believe it's 1996. I don't believe we've even gotten to the bar yet. I think we're still in the afternoon work hour because the ChatGPT moment was in the spring of 2023. These companies are not stopping. These companies are not slowing down, and they continue to make these deals. And these deals are multi-year deals. When we look at when Amin and I were looking at NVIDIA and I showed him where the revenue is expected to go, the revenue is expected to increase over 50% over the next 2 years. I mean, this has a very long runway. We haven't even gotten to the point where robots are produced and sold to the warehouses on a humanoid level. We haven't gotten to the point where full automation takes place or full self-driving. And these tech companies are just going to get bigger. No, Matt, you are my quant, especially in energy. And speaking of energy, that's something that I really do think is going to be an undervalued gem at some point. I don't know when it's going to get a bid. I don't know if it's going to get a bid. But from everything we're hearing with all these deals, we need more energy of all sources. Utilities have run, pipelines have not, and we're going to see more upstream production. I cannot wait for Exxon and Chevron earnings on Friday. They are almost as important as big tech this week because it's going to show us, at least me, how much they're planning on increasing their production and then what verticals we can look at from there, whether it's the wells with companies like Halliburton or Schlumberger, whether it's pipelines like Energy Transfer, Enterprise Private Partners, Enbridge, or Kinder Morgan. But this train isn't stopping. I'm not going to play the Palantir and NVIDIA conference today that happened, or the NVIDIA one where Karp was there. I said the NVIDIA and Palantir one because of the CNBC interview. But Jensen flat out said that this is not stopping anytime soon. And when we look at what Broadcom is doing, we look at what OpenAI is doing. I mean, look, OpenAI contracted for 26 gigawatts of chips. It wasn't 23 like this on CNBC. It was 6 with AMD, 10 with NVIDIA, and 10 with Broadcom over a 3-week period. That's just one company. And Zuckerberg came out and said that they're building a $27 billion data center in Louisiana. We had Microsoft come out a couple of weeks ago and say that they're building a second data center in Wisconsin for $4.3 billion on top of the first one that was $3 billion or so. This isn't stopping. Jassy from Amazon on Thursday has to come over the top. The $103 billion that they've spent in the past 12 months on CapEx is not just data centers like these other companies. They actually have a full logistical network that they have to build out for deliveries, for warehouses, and everything else. They went down last quarter because the analysts didn't like the results with AWS. And we haven't heard anything. We haven't heard a peep out of Sundar. So Alphabet's got to be playing something. They can't let Meta and Microsoft run away with this, let alone that Oracle's tapping the debt markets, which I haven't even talked about tonight, just to build it out. So this week's very important. So Fed tomorrow, I think they're cutting 25. Meta's reporting tomorrow. I think they're going to smash. Personally, that's the most important one for me. Amazon's the other one that I'm really looking at because while I'm a shareholder, I would like to get more. I think that there's a big opportunity there as they'll be able to expand margin. They have only an 11.8% operating margin. So over the next several years, there's a big chance that they'll be able to squeeze additional margin out through robotics and AI, and they'll classify it as innovation, not automation. We all know what it really is. We saw the headlines, and we'll see what happens. But we have a special guest back there, and this is going to be fun. So as you guys know, we normally talk stocks for a little bit, and then we get into food. What do you mean we're screwed, Heinze? We're not screwed. I'm sure you're in the same stuff as Amit and me. Matt's in the chat. I got a special guest here. I have Chef Paul in the back, and we're going to talk steaks. We're going to talk pizza. We may still talk stocks in a little bit. Who knows? We may get the milk dealer on one night. I'm going to see if I can make that happen for everybody. But welcome, Chef Paul.
Steve, good night. Good morning, whatever time it is. Past my bedtime.
It is past your bedtime. So, Chef Paul,
nice jersey in the back, by the way.
Like it. So, Chef Paul, he's an authority. He used to own a liquor store, was a chef at I'm not going to disclose the high-end restaurant he was a chef at, but authority figure in the scene. So, Paul, we got to talk steaks because I took one of my buddies who may be sleeping right now. He's usually in the chat. I was on his stream before. I've taken him to Ben & Jack's on 43rd, and I took him to Uncle Jack's on 9th and 35th last week.
Okay.
What are your, before we get into cooking, because everybody makes fun of me because I eat my steaks bloody, what are your top 5 steakhouses in the city? And let's just,
I don't even have top 5.
Yeah, let's not go Brook. I mean, if you want to go Brooklyn, you can.
My number one is Keen's. I have not been there in a while. It's recently been sold to, I want to say Tillman Fertitta's restaurant group.
Was it?
Yes.
Wow.
Like within the last few months, last 6 months maybe. So, that remains to be seen if the quality stays how it is. I don't know. I'm a big fan of the old school Homestead, Keen's, Wolfgang. I went 2 years ago. It was very good. Those would be my go-tos. Steakhouses, in my opinion, kind of a dime a dozen. You're not getting a huge, difference in them as far as like quality. Like they all have dry aged steaks. They're all, sourced nicely. For the most part, they're all cooked the same way under a broiler. They come out with a thing with butter on it, blah, blah, blah.
People make fun of me because I say Luger's is overrated.
Oh, yeah. So overrated.
Like, it's so overrated.
It's good for like...
the burgers are great.
I would say like if you're a tourist and you want like some old school, some of that New York feel, Luger's is cool to go to just at least once to check it out. Especially the one in Brooklyn. We have one out on Long Island that's kind of, but you go to the one in Brooklyn, that's the one to go to. But I mean, for the most part with steaks, if you take 5 minutes to learn how to cook a steak and you go buy a nice steak, you can make one at home just as good as, 90% of the steakhouses out there.
So that I'm going to convince you to start a whole cooking stream.
Yeah,
So
you want to.
I want you to. So can you explain how you go about cooking a steak, please?
Well, it depends. What kind of steak are we talking about?
Whatever you want to cook.
Let
your imagination go wild.
It's usually different depending on the cut, depending on the thickness. I'm going to cook an inch thick ribeye differently than I'm going to cook a 2-inch thick ribeye. I am a big fan of, if you have time, the reverse sear method. If your steak is bigger than an inch thick, reverse sear is going to be probably the best way to do it, to get you, to give you the most control as far as your temperatures, and when you pull it out, give you a little bit more leeway. You're cooking it low and slow
what a
most of the
reverse
time.
sear is? I'm seeing some people are asking what it is.
Okay, so reverse sear is, generally you would think, okay, you cook a steak, it goes in a hot pan first to sear it off, or it goes on the grill, and then you put it in the oven or put it on the if you're cooking outside a barbecue, on the cold side of the grill to finish cooking. Reverse sear is the opposite of that, where you put the steak, season the steak, put it in a very low oven, 250 degrees, until it comes up to just below your target temperature. Then you take it out, you let it rest for a couple minutes, and then you can sear it and butter baste it in a pan after, it's already cooked 90% of the way. Generally, you learn how to do the opposite of that. So that's why it's called a reverse sear. Usually you see, a front sear. You sear first, then it goes in the oven or goes to finish, however you want to, finish it. So that's what a reverse sear method is. That's really came into popularity the last, 5-10 years, with guys like Kenji Lopez Alt. He might have been the one that invented it. Who knows? A lot of his cookbooks, especially the Food Lab, where the whole technique is kind of laid out. But I mean, if you Google it, it's very simple. Go buy yourself a nice internal instant read thermometer, and you're going to be off to the races cooking good steak.
How do you feel about gas versus coal versus smoke? Because everybody's going crazy with the green egg and the Traegers and everything.
I have never personally owned a gas grill. I've cooked on gas grills, like my parents have had them. Ever since I moved out of my house at 25 years old, I am 43 now. I've cooked with charcoal.
That is a true steak aficionado right there. Cooking for 2 decades with only charcoal.
I have a Weber kettle. It's a beast. It's the greatest fucking grill ever invented. And that's, I do.
Look at this. Already after 10 minutes, they want you to come on more.
So, Weber kettle, you can get like the big green eggs. The pellet grills suck. I'm not a fan of them. They don't get hot enough to sear meat correctly. They're fine for smoking. For, you want to make some ribs, you want to make a pork shoulder. It's fine for that. Not great for like making burgers and steaks and things that need to get a crust on them.
I like it. I mean, there's so many questions for you. Let's take this one. What skillet type do you use for cooking steak?
Depends on how I'm cooking it, okay? So sometimes I would use, generally a regular cast iron is perfect. Cast iron lodge pan lasts you the rest of your life. You could use a carbon steel pan. You could also use a stainless steel pan. Any of those three, you're going to get you a good color. It's not so much about the, it is kind of about the tools to a degree. You don't want to see your steak on a fucking nonstick. because you have to get it too hot, and then you're going to be putting whatever gross shit is on that nonstick skillet into your food. I do keep a nonstick. Yeah, stainless steel works great. I like to use stainless when I do. When sometimes I get a really big ribeye, big thick sirloin.
I love it. Chef Paul is the man. I can attest to that.
I'll do like a butter basting method where you cook it very, very slowly in brown butter the entire way. Like you would take 2 sticks of butter, bring them to a light brown color. Then you put your steak in and you just baste it for like 45 minutes. And you're keeping it at a very low temperature. And you're letting that butter brown, and those butter fat solids will eventually stick to the steak and brown around the outside and give it so much flavor. Now, what you don't get with that is that crust to crust pink. You're going to have that gray band cooking it that way. That's just how it is. But you get like a supreme crust, and you get a great texture, which sometimes a reverse sear leaves to be desired because it's already cooked. So you can't get as great of a sear as you could if it was raw. But these are all trade-offs, and you can always test different ways to however you like it. Best side is for a steak. I see that question. If I'm going to a steakhouse, we're going to get cream spinach. We're going to get some sort of potato. It usually switches. I can go for mashed. I can go for fries. I can go for hash browns. And then I'm going to do like a wedge salad, like a classic wedge with like the blue cheese dressing and the bacon. Iceberg wedge, always good. We would, start with a gin martini. That would be the first cocktail. Then you'd go into wine. As the steak comes, you'd go into some sort of red. It all to make your experience, the nice. You can do some mushrooms in there if you like. What else? I'm very, the only one, I only need some sort of potato, and I need my cream spinach with a steak. That's it. And I do love if the restaurant offers a béarnaise sauce to go with the steak. So if you don't know what a béarnaise sauce, oh God,
I don't believe
you gotta do what you
he
gotta
did
do.
that. I don't believe he did that, guys. Come on, don't say that about him, Matt. So
sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do with the microwave.
yeah, right. All right. So for city steakhouses, I'm with you on Keen's and Homestead. I really like Uncle Jack's a lot.
Oh, you know where I went? I completely forgot about this. A couple of years back, Fort Charles was insane.
I've never been.
I was
One
lucky to
place
get a
I have not
reservation. Insane. Ridiculous prime rib. We had a little bit of everything. We had the burger, we had the French dip, we had the bacon. We went pretty fucking hard. But yeah, if you can get in there, it's pretty ridiculous.
I went to Scarpetta, and it was freaking great. Loved it. Went to have you ever been to Tudor City Steakhouse?
Nope.
Nobody's ever heard of this place. I can't tell you how freaking good it was. And Smith and Walensky has gone downhill.
Yeah,
went there
Smith and Walensky, I've heard, is not that
6
great.
months ago. Went downhill.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, if I'm going to the city to eat, I'm not going to a steakhouse. I'll be honest with you.
Well, I mean, Brian and Cooper. That's all you have to say to me.
Yeah, exactly. There's plenty of good ones on Long Island, and if I'm going trekking into Manhattan, I got 2 young kids. If I'm trekking into Manhattan these days, it's to go to like a serious restaurant, which is very rare, maybe once a year.
Have you gone to Teller's?
Teller's. That's out in
Northport, is it? Or
no, like Islip, right?
Islip. It's out there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I went there.
The one that was built out of a bank.
Yeah, I think so.
I keep hearing it's freaking great.
Yeah, I mean, like it's all pretty good. It's all pretty good stuff.
So I went to And look, this is going to be very, oh, it can't be that good, blah, blah, blah. It's overrated because everybody talks about it. I went to Carbone with 7 people, and it was the best meal I've had in the city. And I've been to like so many places. It was the best meal I've had in the city.
You get spicy rigatoni. That's what everyone talks about.
Had to get it. Got the and look, I don't normally order veal parm. I got veal parm and it was amazing. I mean, it was just, I would love to go back there. It was so good.
Was it I am a veal parm aficionado. I order it, especially a veal chop on the bone when they like flatten it out and really fucking do it the right way. You know, those
it was incredible.
And Italian, I don't go out as much to eat at because I'm a pretty good cook and I can make, I mean, not gonna lie, I can make stuff just as good as 95% of the restaurants at home.
So let's get
when I go out, I usually will go to like more Asian food, some stuff like stuff I don't make, stuff I can't make is good, you know.
So pizza, you and I are both big pizza guys.
Yes,
and we killed 2 pies of jobs between you and me. So, number 1 pizza place in Manhattan, or 2 or 3 best. For me, John's is my favorite in Manhattan.
Yeah, I put it up there. Where the hell did I go? That was awesome. It wasn't in Manhattan, though. It was in Brooklyn. I can't remember the name. I mean, Totonno's is my all-time favorite in Coney Island. Lucali, no.
I've never been there. Everybody says it's great. I've been to Best. I've been to L&B.
L&B is cool. Their Upside Down Square is good. Totonno's is awesome. Nowadays, it's only open like 2 days a week. So, you know, good luck getting there. You got to go to Coney Island. Is what a hike that is. It's really the hinterlands of New York, of the boroughs. But they have old school coal oven from like 1920s. They still cook on.
Have you been to Una Pizza?
Una Pizza Napolitana? No, I've seen enough stuff of it.
I want to go there so bad.
The guy, apparently. I mean, I've seen a bunch of videos of the guy. The pizza looks great. Pizza's another thing. There's like, I don't think there's a bad pizza. There's okay.
I'm going to agree with you on that as long as we're not talking about Costco or Chuck E. Cheese or something.
Costco pizza fucking hits. I hate to break it to you.
Come on.
Sometimes you need. I'm more of a hot dog guy.
In a pinch, I'll give it to you, but like, I'm not going to Costco for the pizza. Like,
no, you're not. Obviously, you're not. But it's not bad. You can spit it out. No, you'll eat it. You know, even a Tombstone pizza out of your freezer is not bad. You'll eat it.
So I would love to sit down with Portnoy and just have a 30-minute conversation with him over pizza. I really want to know why he disrespects Neapolitan so much.
He likes his pizza too crispy. Neapolitan's floppy.
I get it, but he has the three, and each one has a different baseline. He can't just start here. I'm a lover of all. Like, there's football pizza that I think is 9s. There's also pizza like John's that like I'll put up against New Haven pizza. I've been to
I feel New Haven's a little overrated.
I agree. I've been to Pepe's and I've been to Sally's.
It's a little too charred. It's a little too crispy in spots. At least a few times I've been up there to have it.
Like, you've played cards back in the day with the guys that used to be from Connecticut. And when we would go up to freaking Foxwoods or something, we would always stop in New Haven. And I will tell you, the pizza is great, but I think it's overrated. I think people make too big of a fuss over it.
I think so too. I mean, I don't know. I think when you've grown up living in the boroughs, Long Island, there's so much good pizza. There's literally 4 pizza spots within a mile of my house in the Long Island suburbs that are all very good. And I go to different ones for, you know, whatever type of pizza I want. Now, are they as good as fucking Lucali? No. But like, are they like, is Lucali that much better to like make me waste a day to go get it and like stand online at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and like maybe get a table and like hopefully get this pizza? Like, Mm, mm, mm.
I mean, it could be. I mean, I think we gotta figure out a way to try it at some point. But no, I'm with you. It's like having a conversation about somebody who really likes Subway a lot, but they didn't grow up in the New York area where there's legitimately a deli every mile or
Yeah.
2 delis every mile. It's like it's so hard to go to a Subway when there's delis everywhere in New York.
Oh yeah, exactly. You know, you have those. I've seen like Jimmy John's or what's that other one? Jersey Mike's, like popping
Jersey
up
Mike's is getting big. There's a couple in
recently.
the city near me.
Yeah, there's some out on Long Island now. Never had it. Why would I ever have it? There's fucking delis everywhere.
Right.
You know, but that's all different depending on what you like.
Yeah, I mean, I like all the pizza. I went to
Oh, you know what pizzeria I really liked? Really off the beaten path, Lou and Ernie's in the Bronx.
why does that sound familiar? I've never been there, but several people have mentioned it to me.
Good pizzeria, and I think it's in the Throgs Neck section. But you can look it up. Lou and Ernie's. It's like in a residential neighborhood. It's a very cool spot. It's in a residential neighborhood. You like walk like looks like you're going to like a basement apartment. It's a pizzeria, like in some like in whatever, just the Bronx neighborhood in front of Throgs Neck, where there's the whatever you want to call them, townhouses or whatever.
So, have you ever gone to New Park in Queens?
Yes, I have
What do
gone to
you
New
think of
Park. I loved it.
It's good, right?
Yeah, great pizza.
Great pizza. Now, Little Vincent's, how do you feel about the cold cheese slice? Really?
Nah, Little V's is fine, but it's drunk pizza.
It is drunk pizza.
It doesn't. I've had it during the day plenty of time, like a couple of times. Let's put it this way: of all the pizzas within a 2-mile radius of Little V's,
You going to Rose's?
Little V's is probably last on my list.
Yeah. I would agree with
Especially if
that.
it's like during the day. Now, if we're talking 1:30 in the morning, I'm going to Little V's, and I'm eating an entire pie to my face.
You'd be lucky to not wait 10, 15 minutes at that time. That
Yeah.
place.
And then when I wake up the next morning, whatever's left over that's been on my coffee table since I went to sleep, I'm going to eat it when I wake up.
All right. So let's talk about that because people were giving me a hard time about eating cold pasta and cold pizza.
What do you mean cold? Like, has it been out for like 2 days?
No, like out of the fridge. Like next day, put it in the fridge.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Next day, go to the fridge. You don't heat it up. You just eat cold pasta or cold pizza.
Have you ever had reheated fucking pasta? It's disgusting.
Like I would much rather have cold pasta.
Yeah, me too.
It's so much better.
Yeah, so much better than reheating it. The noodles get gross. You can't really reheat it. One thing I do like to do, if you have rigatoni or like a thicker kind of tubular shape, that's in like a red sauce. Okay, you get like a nonstick pan, put a little olive oil in it, and you fry the day-old rigatoni till it's like browned on both sides. Gets like really crispy and chewy. It's delicious. As like a little snack.
I love it. I absolutely.
So that spaghetti you can make like you could fry like the spaghetti too and get it like a little crispy. But yeah, you're looking like change the texture because if you put like a leftover pasta in the microwave, it's disgusting.
Yeah, I can't do it. Not that I can't do it. It's just my preference is cold. Next time you're in the city,
pizza, there's ways to heat up if you know what you're doing.
You have to go to Patsy's near my
to make it decent.
Have you been to Patsy's on Second?
I've been to one in Harlem.
What'd you think?
It was fine. It was good.
Oh, their pizza's so good.
Do they have the coal down? There's a coal oven by you?
Yeah. Yes. So good. So good. Yeah, we're going to have to go. I mean, I'm getting hungry right now.
No, one of my favorite places where I go to often is I wouldn't say often. I would say maybe quarterly. I'll stop in for a quick lunch. Is Grand Central Oyster Bar. Absolutely love that place.
So when you walk into Grand Central, is it the first place on the left?
No, it's all the way down at the bottom.
Oh, okay, okay.
You gotta like follow the signs like to the dining concourse. I'll go sit at the bar. I will get a dozen oysters, 2 oysters from each different. They have fucking like 50 of them you can pick. Get a dozen oysters, have a couple beers, get on the train to come home. It is phenomenal. Unlike,
You and your brother
like Wednesday afternoon, like 2 o'clock.
The train. I swear to God, the last time I saw your brother, we took the train together, and he's like, "I gotta stop and get beers."
Train beer, it's the best beer.
Train beers,
the best beer.
God. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
That's the tastiest. That's probably the second most tasty beer.
What, train beer?
The first tastiest beer is some kind of day drinking event when you can drink at like noon or 11 in the morning. That's the most delicious beer you'll ever have. Bar none.
Let's answer this. What is Chef Paul's favorite dish to cook?
I wouldn't. It kind of flip flops a lot between some sort of a pasta. I love cooking pasta, and or some sort of cooking over live fire. Whatever it is. Could be steak, could be chicken, could be whatever. Just cooking over the barbecue, cooking over coals, cooking some sort of pasta. I wouldn't say I have like a signature dish. I, rarely use the same recipe twice. I always change things. I always play around. You got to like learn the basics kind of, and then you can just kind of play around and make things however you want to make them. But yeah, some sort of pasta would probably be my number one.
Have you
cavatelli, Sunday sauce? All right, now I'm dialing it in.
All right, dial it in. Go for it.
Italian American Sunday sauce, with hunks of meat simmered for hours, and San Marzano tomatoes, some meatballs, and then I would say cavatelli as my pasta shape. I preferred for that dish. Second to be a rigatoni. But yeah, that would probably be my number one.
Interesting. I've been getting meat from Goodale Farms.
Mm-hmm.
So good, man. So good. Where do you get your meat from? When you
Depends. Some stuff I get from Costco. Some stuff I get from a butcher shop out here on Long Island, Farmingdale, Main Street Meats in Farmingdale. And then when I mail order, I've mail ordered stuff from Creekstone Farms before. Very good.
Snake River,
I've got meat from. Very good. Porter Road, I've got meat from. Very good. There's like a lot of them out there.
All right, so let's get into cuts of steak.
Okay.
You're going to a steakhouse. Everybody already knows what my answer is. You're going to a steakhouse.
You have the worst answer in the history.
I have the best answer. What's your go-to steak?
I would do. How many people are we looking at? Just for myself, or are we doing like a group?
You're going by yourself, and then you're going with people.
If I'm going by myself, I'm going to get a ribeye. If it's just steak to my dome, I'm getting a ribeye.
Okay.
Now, if we're going with like 4 people, maybe you get one like porterhouse for 2 or 3. So that way the more feminine dudes at the table can have their piece of filet.
Yeah, their filet.
And then you can get like a nice like 42-ounce ribeye for the table as well. So you kind of mix it up and have all different cuts. You're going to have the fatty ribeye. You're going to have a little bit of the leaner, porterhouse side, blah, 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 and go from there.
So I never know what I'm in the mood for. So I would get a porterhouse because I'm never ordering a strip on its own. But sometimes I want the strip and the filet.
Mm-hmm.
So de facto is porterhouse. But if I'm not going to get a porterhouse, I'm usually going filet unless the ribeye does not have a crazy amount of fat in it because I want the damn meat. Like I love ribeye, as long as it's not too fatty. And
What
some
do
people say that it's never too fatty.
It's never too fatty.
Exactly.
No such thing.
Exactly. A lot of people are on that camp. The ribeye's never too fatty.
No such thing. Fat is flavor, my friend.
No. I want the freaking meat. I want to bite into it. I want the meat to explode in my mouth.
And the ribeye has the single best bite on the entire steak. The cap. So when you have your ribeye, you have the inner ribeye, and then you'll have that seam of fat, and then you'll have the cap around the outside, which is they sometimes call the decal. Single best bite on the entire cow, as far as I'm concerned. Usually it's called the ribeye cap, or it's called the decal.
Where are you on steak sandwiches? And I'm pissed that Frank's closed, by the way, even though I haven't gone in God knows how long.
I prefer more of like a cheesesteak style where it's sliced super thin. I don't like a medium rare steak on a sandwich. It doesn't eat well. A lot of times, like you take a bite and like an entire fucking slice of steak comes out of the sandwich with half of whatever's in the sandwich. Like I want my sandwich contained within the bread. And sometimes, steak, it's got a little bite to it. It's got a little chew. So it comes out of the, it'll ruin the integrity of the sandwich sometimes. So
I'm running a poll right now. Would you watch Chef Paul stream cooking different things? And let's see what happens. So we're going to see what everybody thinks. We'll see. So I got to tell you, I am big on the, and you know exactly where I'm going to say, kitchen cab. I love the steak teriyaki hero with the peppers and onions. I love it. I think I just love it because I've had it for so long and it's just so good because I don't have it a lot anymore. So when I have it, it's just freaking great. And you got to get double meat. Because they're skimping these days.
They are.
They're skimping these days. Like they charge an arm and a leg. Shouldn't even say they're charging an arm and a leg. It's not that crazy, but they're skimping.
What is it, like $18?
I think it was last time I was there.
Okay, yeah, usually
like $14.95.
Even like 15 to 17 these deli sandwiches these days, which is ridiculous, but it is what it is.
The world we live in.
Yeah, it is. Unfortunately,
I mean, think about McDonald's. You go to McDonald's. How much is a freaking meal at McDonald's now? $9.
I've been going hard on McDonald's Monopoly.
Have you?
I've gotten it like 3 times in the last few weeks. Been going pretty hard.
God! All right, fast food. Where are we ranking fast food?
As far as what?
I mean, tier list.
The single greatest item in all of fast food is.
Let's start with ranches and then
the McDonald's French fry when it is perfect.
88% of the poll right now says yes, they want you to stream cooking.
How many people responded?
We're up to 42 votes already.
Killing it.
Come on, guys, keep voting. I'm trying to get them to start streaming cooking. All right, so if you're going to rank fast food, and now I'm not going to consider Five Guys.
They're fast casual.
It's fast casual. It's not fast
casual.
Right.
So we're talking like drive-through places.
Going drive-through places. I'll give you Chick-fil-A, that type of
that's
stuff.
Fast food, 100% fast food.
But not Shake Shack or Five Guys.
No. Shake Shack, those places you got to walk in, place an order.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, number one, Taco Bell.
I didn't see that on my bingo card.
Taco Bell's a goat.
I did not see that on my bingo card.
McDonald's close behind.
Wow.
Yeah, Taco Bell nails it. I can't. They're the best.
Wow. Okay.
They have the most. I'm very into novelty foods, like novelty chip flavors. Like novelty. What the fuck did I get recently? That was awesome. Some sort of Oreo. That was a novelty Oreo flavor. Taco Bell comes out with the banger novelties all the time. They always got new shit to try. That's why we like it.
Interesting. Well,
What?
that would not. I didn't see that coming. I'm gonna have to say, I'd be going de facto McDonald's is number one.
But yeah, if you go to the burger places, McDonald's is head and shoulders number one.
Only because I think their burger and their fries are better. Now, I will say, Wendy's spicy chicken, I love it, and I do think Wendy's fries are getting way better.
They have gotten better, but Wendy's spicy chicken does not fuck with Popeye's chicken.
I've never been to Popeyes.
Oh, Popeye's chicken.
Everybody was saying this to me like a week ago.
Serious.
They're like, "How have you never been to Popeyes?" I've never been to Popeyes.
Popeye's chicken sandwich is no joke.
I'm gonna have to try it. I said I was gonna try it. I haven't tried it. I gotta try it.
Yeah, you got to try it. Get the chicken sandwich. Get some blackened ranch. Put it on there. Call me in the morning.
All right. All right. I think we gotta go ice cream. There's people saying Dairy Queen and stuff in here. I think we gotta go ice cream.
So ice cream, like soft serve.
No, just if you're gonna go get ice cream, where are you getting it from? It can be just going to get a pint from somewhere.
Haagen-Dazs.
I mean, yeah.
Haagen-Dazs.
Haagen-Dazs coffee,
Haagen-Dazs coffee, number one.
freaking amazing.
Look at the ingredients. Look at the ingredients. So there's a reason. If you get a pint of Haagen-Dazs and a pint of, let's say, Ben and Jerry's or another, like a Breyers or some
high
other,
calorie counts.
you will see that a lot of them have stabilizers in them, like xanthan gums and carrageenans and other things. And because what they do is they whip air into these ice creams so you can make it like fit a big volume. But if you like melt it down, it's like it's way less. And it also doesn't freeze very hard. You'll notice some of these ice cream you get doesn't freeze hard and you can like scoop it immediately. But if you go pull like a Haagen-Dazs vanilla out of the freezer, that shit is impossible to scoop through.
Very true.
Because it doesn't have all that bullshit stuff in it.
Very true. So I've always said there's flavors from different places.
Yes.
So I'm going Haagen-Dazs coffee and their cherry vanilla. And maybe even there's another one that's escaping my mind, vanilla bean, obviously. That's just no brainer.
Yeah,
there's one more that's really good. But
chocolate chip is pretty good.
Oh, Dulce de leche.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's freaking amazing. But Ben and Jerry's, I'm a sucker for Cherry Garcia, and I am a sucker for Americone Dreamin'. It is
I haven't had Cherry Garcia in a hot minute. I haven't had Ben and Jerry's in a while.
Ridiculous. And then I'm going Baskin Robbins to go get some mint chocolate chip.
I just got this one, Tillamook, has an Oregon cherry flavor. If you like cherry ice cream.
I do.
It's insane. You got to try that one. It's awesome.
Interesting.
It only
I
comes in
haven't had in a long time?
like this, but
I need to go out to the Bonanza stand.
Well, that's different. Now you're getting into ices. Now you're getting into a whole different category.
I mean, a whole different category. I mean, you've been to the Lemon Ice King of Corona, right?
Yes.
Freaking, it's incredible.
And the little baggies, they give you like the baggies, so you bring like pints home and stuff.
Uh-huh.
The insulated bags, I love it. I've got bags home from Long Island.
So legit.
All the way home from Long Island from that place.
Oh, it's so legit. Yeah, whole different freaking ball game with that.
Yeah.
Whole different ball game. I mean, yeah. I could go down the rabbit hole with food. I mean, really crazy. So if you could give some advice to the stream just on cooking, what's your advice?
Use the thermometer. Learn what temperatures for things are that make them done. And get a thermometer and use it. And also season your fucking food, people. Use salt. A lot of it. Season to taste.
So for a steak, how are you seasoning a steak?
The top of the steak looks like a freshly snowed parking lot.
Okay.
That's how much salt I'm putting on.
Freshly snowed parking lot. Okay.
Yeah, like, just that first layer, you can still see asphalt a little bit underneath it, but you got that nice, fresh first layer of snow.
How about pepper? Were you messing with pepper?
Depends. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. People say that a lot of people don't like pepper on steak because if you're going to sear it hard, it's going to burn. So, but I always put pepper on at the end, and also I'll finish with crunchy salt. So I'll use like a diamond. I use Diamond Crystal Kosher salt for all my seasoning things. But then you got to bring another salt to finish. So like, let's say, you get your snake, it's done. You slice it. That salt you put on doesn't penetrate more than, a few millimeters into the steak unless you do what's called a dry brine. Now you guys can all look up what that's called, what that means. It just means salting the steak up to, you want to do it like a couple hours before to overnight. And what that does is you salt the steak. It'll draw the moisture out. And through, I want to say reverse osmosis or osmosis, that moisture will then combine with the salt on the surface, become a salty moisture, and then reabsorb back in. So why it's called a dry brine is that you're not submerging it in liquid, but you are still brining it with salt. So when I get like a nice big steak, I will do that the night before, and I will leave it uncovered in the refrigerator. Now, what leaving uncovered also does is dries out the exterior, so you get a better sear. Tricks of the trade here. Chicken, I do a roast chicken. Chicken gets, if I have time, it gets seasoned, trussed, and stuck in the fridge overnight. That's how you get crispy ass fucking skin.
I love it.
Like my Thanksgiving turkey will probably be salted and uncovered for 24 to 48 hours before I cook it.
Where are you on deep frying turkeys?
I am not against it. It's pretty good.
I gotta tell you, I haven't had
Dangerous
it.
as fuck. You got to be on top of it, and you got to not be a
20
retard.
years or so, but I gotta tell you, it's pretty freaking good.
No, it is good. We did one last year. But there's a few things you have to make sure. You have to make sure your turkey is fully defrosted. You have to make sure your turkey is very dry. You have to make sure you do not overfill the pot with oil. You have to make sure you have a thermometer in the oil to make sure you don't get the oil too hot and you put the turkey in and it turns into a meteor. So yeah, it's really good. And you got to use the right size turkey. Like a 12-pounder max, 12 to 14-pounder max. Otherwise, you're going to use like fucking 5 gallons of oil if you're doing anything bigger.
Freaking amazing. So
what I like to do with turkey is I take the legs off and I will confit the legs the night before. So like before I go to bed, if anyone knows what confit is, confitting is slow. It's a method of preservation where you cure your meat beforehand, and then you will rinse off the salt, and then you'll dry it off and submerge it in a fat with aromatics and whatever else you want to put in it, and slow cook it in the oven, like 200 degrees for like 6 hours, 8 hours, till it's pretty much just fall off the bone, tender. That's what I like doing with turkey legs. And then I'll roast the breast like traditionally.
Love it. Absolutely.
I mean, we can do a whole Thanksgiving episode. I love cooking Thanksgiving. That might be my favorite meal to cook. I absolutely love doing Thanksgiving.
I mean, I'm a little surprised that you don't go out to your parents for Thanksgiving. But I'm sure you do the cooking there.
Yeah, we do the cooking. Yeah, I do the cooking. Yeah, depends. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I'm having it this year. My house this year, so I'm doing all the cooking. It's my menu. Fuck off, everyone else.
I mean, I think that would be a hit. I've told you for a long time, you need to stream cooking and you need to really do it.
I know. I dabbled in it.
Have you
during
watched
COVID, but
I know you watch the cooking stuff on YouTube. Have you watched this guy out in Russia, the wilderness cooking guy?
Does he like build shelters and does that stuff? Is that guy?
The guy that freaking he'll freaking grill like a whole bull and stuff.
Probably. I've seen some of that stuff.
I can't pull it up on this, because I'll get dinged. It is insane.
Why are you going to get dinged?
I can't. There's certain stuff that's copyrighted. I can't show it on stream.
Oh, right.
Like CNBC doesn't care. Like they love it because it's just more publicity for them.
Yep. Yeah, like if we're going to stream Ohtani getting on base 9 fucking times in a row.
Dude, he's the greatest baseball player of all time. And it pains me to say that as a Yankee fan.
It's fucking nuts.
He's the greatest player of all time. I mean, is anybody ever going to have 10 Ks and 3 home runs ever again in the same game?
I bet we're going to see a lot more of that in the future. There's multiple people drafted last year that are both pitchers and hitters. I think it's going to be like a trend you're going to see.
Well, maybe. Right now, I mean,
yeah,
incredible.
Yeah,
it's incredible. And the Yankees need to blow up their damn team.
No, they. Yeah, it was pretty nuts what he did, what he's been doing. It's infuriating to watch.
Oh my God, it's so infuriating to watch.
That's why I haven't watched a single fucking inning of baseball since the Yankees were eliminated.
So difficult. So I was telling everybody that you have a rule with espresso and cappuccino.
It's not my rule.
No, it's your rule.
That's the Italians' rule.
Okay, what is it?
No cappuccino after 11 a.m.
No cappuccino. You guys heard it here first. No cappuccino after 11 a.m.
That is a hard. I learned that when I went to Italy years ago, and I asked for a cappuccino at dinner, and the waiter laughed at me. And he said, "No, we're not serving you that. You can have an espresso." So that's when I became a big boy and started drinking espresso after 11 a.m.
Well, I'm going to close the poll. 108 votes, 83% yes.
Okay. Well, we'll do a few more of these. You got to think of some good topics.
So that's your beta test right now.
We'll do a few more of these. Think of some good topics. Ask the people in the comments what they want to hear about, what they want to learn about.
Okay. No, listen, we could definitely do that. So how about this, everybody? You got 10 minutes, Paul?
Yeah.
All right. So let's do this, everybody. Rattle off some questions. I'll put them up, make them short questions, and start coming up with ideas. And I'll get Paul back on a couple of times, and maybe we can get him to start streaming some stuff. Oh, here we go. Haagen-Dazs coffee, ice cream, and then brew the coffee over. Where are you on that?
I'm fucking in on it. 100%.
I'm in on it.
Love affogato. Love affogato so much. Go-to dessert when I'm in an Italian restaurant.
Amazing.
Best of both worlds. Ice cream is the greatest dessert ever invented, and coffee is delicious. So all in on that.
Overrated, underrated?
Overrated or overhated? I don't know if it's either. Is mac and cheese hated?
I hate it, but that's just mine.
What do you mean you hate? Like
I don't eat
like
mac and cheese. I don't like it.
All right.
It's weird because I love freaking ziti and lasagna and fucking throwing cold mozzarella on top of piping hot. I love it, but I just don't like mac and cheese.
What are good pans and cookware to purchase? There's a lot out there. Depends what your budget is, what you're looking to do with it. What I would say is don't buy like full sets of things. Like don't buy a full fucking pan set. Buy pieces as you need them. And then buy nice stuff. Buy your Staubs, buy your Le Creuset, buy your All Clads, buy Made In, and that stuff will last you a lifetime.
I'm going to answer this one. Yes, you can survive on steak and milk.
Milk steak?
Best type of French fry cut?
McDonald's style.
Green peas and pasta, overrated, underrated?
What's green, like pasta pazil, like the old school, like my grandma used to make?
Rambler brought this up the other night, so I think
it's fucking underrated. I make it all the time.
Okay. Oh, that would be fun. That would be fun.
I would do that.
We'll figure that out. That'd be fun. I don't even know what this is. Mofongo?
Oh, mofongo's banging. Yeah, it's a Puerto Rican Dominican dish with plantains and like usually like roast pork or something in there or chicharrones, and you smash it all up into like a mofongo's bomb. Had it multiple times.
So I don't give an answer on this because I don't like toppings on my pizza. But
I don't know. It depends what you like. That's very personal.
yeah. Oh, this is interesting. Is cereal a type of cold soup?
No.
I'm with you.
Cereal, cold soup. I like that one. It's not a soup. It's just milk.
Did you just reference Always Sunny?
Yes, milk steaks.
From June, stainless steel or cast iron?
Both.
Is air chilled chicken worth it?
Yes.
Best BBQ grill?
Depends what. Like I said, I like Weber. I'm a Weber kettle fanatic. If I was going to buy a gas, I'd probably buy Napoleon. That's in that like under $2,000 range.
Top 2 cuisines excluding Italian?
Japanese and French.
Interesting. You like Kotobuki? Have you been
I
there?
haven't been there in a long ass time, but yeah.
Where are you on Hunan? I gotta ask.
Where in Greenville?
Yeah,
I haven't been there in forever. It was always good.
it's freaking amazing. Best dish that includes milk, cereal.
Bolognese.
No, I'm not doing Hawaiian pizza. Stop it. That's ridiculous. Tips for flank steak.
Flank steak. Sear it hot and fast and cut it against the grain. And season it.
Let's see. Ooh, this is interesting. Best cereal of all time.
CTC.
CTC?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's probably top 3. Could be number 1. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is freaking great. Here we go. Can you make ground beef into a steak?
So that's what's called a Hamburg steak. And that was where our hamburger was derived from. When I believe German immigrants came here, they slapped that thing on some bread and called it a hamburger. For workers that were looking for a quick lunch. And yeah, it's a Hamburg steak. There is a place Via Carrata in Manhattan that makes the most insane it's like hand cut beef, and they only sear one side of it, and like the bottom's cold. It's this ridiculous kind of half seared tartare thing. Nuts. So fucking good.
Here's an interesting one. What is your broke favorite food?
Eggs.
I'm with you on eggs. I am with you on eggs, and I gotta tell you, peanut butter and jelly.
Butter and cheese. Pasta with butter and cheese. I mean,
peanut butter and jelly is freaking great.
Yeah, peanut butter and jelly. Huge fan.
You know what I got the other day? I was so lazy. I got the freaking goobers with the jelly and the peanut butter in the same thing, so I didn't have to go into 2 different jars. So I could just scoop it out, and it was just already there. It was delicious.
You're talking to someone that keeps. I mean, I have kids, so I got Uncrustables in the freezer at all times. And
right, it's a little different for you.
They are delightful.
Is Wagyu overrated? I feel like you and I are going to disagree on this.
I think American Wagyu slightly overrated. But if you get like real deal A1 Japanese stuff that you can only eat like 3 bites of because it's so rich, that is not overrated.
Yeah, I'm on a Wagyu is overrated. I mean, I've had the Japanese A5. I didn't think it was anything crazy.
Doing seafood, best way to season. I mean, that's all up to whatever you want to put on it. But use salt. Start with salt.
What is this? Glued steaks at hotels and restaurants?
Okay, yeah. So that's called meat glue. I forget what it's called. With Activa RM is what it's called. I actually have some in my freezer. It's used. Well, shady restaurants will take the trim. So let's say you have like a tail of a fillet and a tail of two fillets, because the fillet is thick and then it gets thinner at the ends, okay? So they'll cut the thick steaks into nice medallions. But what some sketchy places will do, they'll take this, it's a powder, it's a powder, and you sprinkle it on, and you slap the two pieces of protein together, and you kind of roll it and wrap it in plastic and leave it overnight, and it makes the protein bind together.
Interesting. I've heard of this, actually.
So it's called meat glue. If you Google it, you'll be able to see it. I do not like the practice of doing it like that. In restaurants I've worked at, we've used it. For example, we had a monkfish wrapped in pancetta dish at one of the restaurants I worked at. So we would take the pancetta, lay it out, put a little of the Activa on the pancetta, and then roll the monkfish around that, and then put it in plastic wrap, let it sit overnight. And then you have a perfect like cylinder with the pancetta directly connected to it that you don't have to tie off or anything, and it sears perfect. I don't know, just cook, man.
Yeah, I think first you gotta like to eat.
Yeah, you gotta like to eat.
That's the first thing. Like, you gotta love food, and then you'll just want to make it the way you want to make it. This is interesting. Most challenging dish you've ever made?
I mean, I bake cakes every year, once a year for my son's birthday, but I'll do like it decorated. I'm not a baker. That's a pain in the ass. Did this like potato pancake back in the day at a restaurant I worked at. It was like stuffed. I can't even explain it. You guys weren't even if I start talking about it, no one in this chat's gonna even know what the fuck I'm talking about when I start explaining it. But we would take these little thin paper thin slices of potato rounds, cook them in clarified butter till they were just about tender, take them out. Then we would dry all the clarified butter off. Then we would line a ring mold or like this little pan or something with it, line it with these par-cooked potatoes. Then we filled it with like Gruyere and bacon and caramelized onions, and then put more potatoes on top. And then you would have to like pan sear it, and half of the time the thing would fall apart. It was such a pain in the ass to build. That was probably the hardest thing. It was on the menu for like a month, and then we took it off because it took one guy all fucking day to make it.
This is interesting. The whole crew is offline. Of course they are. Mitt's sleeping. Tanner's probably pissed at something with Visa, even though I didn't look at the earnings. And I think Tevis and Roy did their bootleg earlier. And Chris is probably working. And I know Matt was in the chat. I don't know where Matt is right now. But Matt, if you're still in the chat, text me if you want to come on. Chef Paul is making me hungry. And June, you are 100%. You guys are the crew. Without you guys, there would not be us, without a question. Oh, I think you got a fellow chef, Chef Mike.
Former chef.
Yeah, former Chef Paul. Maddie, do you want to come on? I'll send you the link. Just put it in the chat or text me if you want to come on.
Love beef bourguignon.
You like it?
Yeah, who doesn't? It's beef stew. It's great. It's a classic dish. Love beef bourguignon. Yeah, this guy's got me beat.
Oh, wow. 2:07 after hours. Yeah, Tanner's probably freaking doing some type of freaking voodoo right now, trying to get to 210. Oh, this is a great question. Great question.
Wings.
I'm with you.
Wings.
Wings or pizza? It's got to be one of the two, right?
Yeah, I'd say wings.
Yeah, Chef Mike
Yeah,
agrees
Chef
with
Mike
you
goes
also.
wings.
I mean, we may have to get like a freaking full blown cooking nerd out with the two of you one day. That'd be freaking great. Let's see.
All right,
Yeah,
I got like
Tanner's
3 more
probably
minutes.
dipped or sauced wings. Interesting.
I mean, either way, sauced. I usually go sauced.
What do you think about Wingstop?
I don't know if I've ever had Wingstop.
It is so good. Oh my god. I actually prefer it over Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings got me so fucking sick last time I went there, probably 10 years ago. Ended up throwing up in my front yard. I wasn't even drunk.
I really want to go to Gallagher's for wings. I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Yeah, I agree, Rambler. Wingstop is freaking great. Paul, I know you this is late for you. You want to get out of here?
Yeah, I got to take off.
All right.
Getting past my
Appreciate you
bedtime.
coming on.
Yeah, let's do it again in the future.
Yeah, we'll figure out another time to get you on, and I'll let everybody know. And answer this. These are all stock nerds in here. What's the favorite stock you own? Paul does invest, by the way.
I do invest. Steve got me into Palantir under $20, so that one's on pretty good.
It's got to be your favorite. Thank you, Chef Mike.
Later, Steve.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, we nerd out on freaking food. So on this stream, unlike the other streams, they don't nerd out on food the way that we do on this stream.
Guys are too busy reading fucking 10K to eat a nice dinner, I guess.
I can do both. That's why we have earphones. We do both. Put it right into transcribe.
Yep.
Right into. Hold on. Favorite movie, or you gotta give me 3 minutes. I did a whole movie thing the other night.
Was that your gangster movie thing?
We did that, and we did another one. Okay, I had several people I was doing it with that have never seen Heat, and I wanted to throw my hand through a wall. Like not punch. I want to throw my hand through the wall.
You gotta see Heat.
Guys,
my favorite movie of all time, Terminator 2.
T2's sick.
Terminator
2. T2's sick. Now, where are you on the whole mob movie stuff? Is Goodfellas better than Godfather?
So, my hot take is that I like Casino better than Goodfellas.
Casino, and now you were there at Cornell when I turned it on at 7 in the morning and woke everybody up.
I like Casino better than Good, but listen, they're both all amazing. I mean, really, you're splitting hairs. Like
Casino was so good; it may be 10 minutes too long, but it's so good.
Yeah, it's gets a little long at the end.
It's a little in the weeds, but it is so great. It's so good.
It's by far the funniest out of all of them, too.
Oh, it's so great.
Yeah,
it's so great. But yeah, I had people that didn't see Heat. They didn't see freaking Donnie Brasco, which is an underrated mob movie. It's
yeah,
great.
Donnie Brasco's awesome.
So, all right, get out of here. Thank you so much for coming on. We're going to do, Paul and I will do a dedicated stream sometime, movies and food. So we're going to figure out, because Paul and I have some crazy discussions about Steven Seagal movies and Van Damme movies and stuff. So,
oh my God, we're getting into it.
Yeah, we'll get into
it. Later.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it. Well, there you have it, everyone. Freaking the legend, Chef Paul. He needs to do his own stream. I have been trying to get him to do his own stream. Him and I will do a full-blown movie stream at some point. Yeah, I mean, I had it on this morning. It was in my office. I mean, and I put it on again. What can I say? Matt, do you want to come on and talk some stocks for 30 minutes, Matt? I'm just going to call you. I don't even know if you're still here. I'm going to see if Matt wants to come on. I'll stay on until 11, and then I'm going to hit the sheets. So hold on. See if this guy's around. You want to come on for 30 minutes? Ooh, I think they do. Let's do it. I don't know. Stocks. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Check your X. Later. Well, it took some arm twisting. But Maddie Capital is going to come on. This is the stream that don't sleep, or at least, I probably sleep the least amount out of everybody. So you can probably always find me here late night. Thank you so much for the new member. Truly appreciate it. Ori, thank you for the super chat. Truly appreciate it. And once again, Chef Mike, thank you so much. You're so generous, all you guys. So generous. Really appreciate all the support. You guys are the best. And then we have another living legend, Matty Capital. If I had his money, I'd donate mine.
People don't deserve me being here, but I'm here.
I mean, you're a good role model, Matt.
I'm trying. I'm just upset that it took you until close to 8 p.m. Eastern time. You were off all day.
No, I streamed this morning.
Okay. Yeah, you had the whole rest of the day.
I streamed during the afternoon.
Did you? When?
Yeah, I streamed at 3 o'clock
I think
or 3:30 until around. No, I streamed at 3 to 4:30. I wrote a Seeking Alpha article during the day, and then I went on a Mitts Market close around 5:30.
Huh?
And I took 2 meetings and sent 5 emails.
Huh?
On my day off.
All 5.
All 5 of them. It was my day off, though.
Then it was your day off. Yeah, you should.
First day off in 6 months.
That's why they pay the big bucks, Steven. I'm telling you.
Matty Capital.
What are we buying?
I mean, I got to tell you, Matt, I'm super bullish SoFi again.
On SoFi? I never was not bullish.
I'm not getting out. I'm not getting out. Thank you so much, Charles. I truly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think I'm just gonna take the whole late night stock thing, and we're just gonna have to do it every night, late night, maybe 9 to 11. Tell everybody else they need to find a different time. We'll say.
Tom, Steve.
I'm joking. So Matt, did you listen to SoFi?
No, I was sleeping.
Did you? But you know what happened. What did you think of SoFi and PayPal? Or did you not really follow them?
SoFi's good. I'm happy that they did well. Still surprised that it's above 30, but or did it retrace? I don't remember. I know at one point it went below $29. I saw that, but I'm not sure where it ended the day. But PayPal, I mean, I agreed with what your synopsis says. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50. You kind of have to have an opportunity to grow the dividend over time. I mean, in reality, if I was them, I would stop trying to figure out how to buy back dividends and stock and to try to reinvest in myself to figure out how to fucking keep up with everybody else. But they've been struggling with that. So if you're not going to be able to compete, then I guess you got to buy back stock and pay dividends. But yeah.
Or figure out how to get them acquired by somebody.
I don't think it. Yeah, getting acquired. That's always an opportunity as well. But I think that I don't know. PayPal's just had such a interesting history, right? I mean, it's been sold and divested so many times. It's great
crazy.
company overall. It's a staple, but it's like
It's a phenomenal company.
You got to keep innovating, right? And obviously, when you were under the eBay umbrella, you couldn't innovate because it's like you're just an arm under eBay. Then you got spun off because it was the value. eBay is great, don't get me wrong, but it was the real value was under PayPal, but they haven't really innovated much. So fingers crossed that they're able to figure it out, and it seems like they're starting to get their feet underneath them. I like the announcement with who was it? Was it? It wasn't Gemini, was it? It was ChatGPT, right?
ChatGPT, digital wallet.
So fingers crossed that pays dividends for them. No pun intended.
Tomorrow's a big day, Matt.
Wednesday. What is that? Microsoft?
I think we got Meta, Alphabet, Microsoft tomorrow.
I thought that was Thursday.
Maybe that's Thursday. I mean, the 5 of them report over the next 2 or 3 days.
I gotta find out because if it is, my day is pretty open tomorrow.
I think Thursday's Apple and Amazon. I think tomorrow is Meta, Microsoft, Alphabet. I could be wrong.
I thought you were better than this. I thought you knew.
We're saying I'm correct. So
yeah, tomorrow.
It's crazy.
Is it after the close? Yeah, in the
I
evening.
got so much going on tomorrow.
Microsoft in the evening, Meta in the evening, Caterpillar in the morning.
And then you got the Fed.
That'd be an interesting one.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, maybe I'll come home early and stream it.
I wish. Tomorrow I got big day. Can't do it.
Well, nobody will watch it because it's not streaming with you. But
bullshit.
Bullshit.
Oh no, I gotta tell you, Nvidia's freaking pumping. Tanner's sitting there with his little voodoo magic, making this thing go up.
Yeah, I appreciate Tanner. I've been meaning to catch up with him, and I finally was able to message back and forth with him today. And
he's great.
He gave me some good advice.
He's great.
Well, I hated him because he never liked Google before, and now he likes Google, so now we're buddies.
I was trying to ram that down his freaking throat for the longest time.
Hey man, sometimes it takes a minute. Like I was wrong on a lot. I've been wrong on a lot of different things.
We need to address this. You are right. It does not look like a punching bag anymore, and it's something I cannot unsee because I can't even see it now because there's no sweatshirt there.
Oh, it's above the mic now.
Is it above the mic now?
Yeah. And then I have a pair of pants sitting on the ground. So let me move these.
That's hilarious.
I came home and just dropped trow.
Listen, you're at home. Who cares?
And then I accidentally hit the up button on my desk. Sorry, I'm coming back.
You're at home, man.
Every day I try to be more like you, Steven.
No, don't. 97% Fed. We'll see. I think we run tomorrow. I mean, is it crazy to say we're going to get to 7,000 before fucking November? Can we move 100 points in 3 days? Yes. Yes, we can.
I think so.
If we do, it's going to be insane.
What are you going to do if we do?
I'm going to have a party.
With who? Who are you inviting?
Well, I'm going to wait for you and Tevis to come to New York. I'm going to take you guys out. It's going to be a little belated party.
Every day, I wonder when Stevie's actually going to invite me on stream.
What are you talking about? You have a 100% auto invite. All you have to do is send a freaking text.
No, I'm just messing. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good time, man. I think that Google's going to continue to do well. I actually didn't realize sometimes this is why I was telling people, like, yeah, am I sad that I sold my SoFi to an extent, yes. But I was going through my portfolio, and for some reason, I completely forgot that I had eliminated one of my positions and bought more in Google. So I have like 30% more Google than I thought I did, which is good. It's good to wake up in the morning and be like, holy shit, I forgot that I made that move.
Worked out pretty damn well.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I think I'll have to double check actually. Maybe I should just check that now. Like when I actually made that move. When did I buy that big tranche? Now that I'm talking about it. But I mean, I think it was like what you were saying. Like I wanted to put my money where my mouth is, and so I'm curious what the good purchase price was. Let's see. Hopefully, I don't embarrass myself. Hopefully, it is a good purchase price.
I mean, the real question is, I got cash sitting in a dummy account right now. Am I sending it and buying freaking Ethereum right now?
So I bought. It was just small buys over time. Yeah, some at 165. That was a pretty decent buy. That was March 2025. A big buy, December 2024.
Nice.
And that was at 191, so that wasn't as good. And then before then, yeah, that was in February 23 when it was still below $100. So yeah, just like over time, I was just buying a share here, there, or the other, trimming other positions, like just yeah. So baby buy there at 170, a baby buy at 165, baby buy at 156, a baby buy at 151, a baby buy at 164, and then dividend reinvestment at 240. No, I mean my whole position's up 150% on Google. That's awesome. I keep forgetting that. Need to buy more.
I got to figure out, like, here's where I'm at. I think the markets can run. I think they got a lot of room to run. I'm also very hesitant to put fresh capital in, even though I think that they can run, only because at some point you got to think people are going to take profits. But I was saying this earlier today. I don't think that we're going to get a tax harvesting season the way that we normally do, because you haven't had real drawdowns in other areas of the market. And I don't think people are going to sell just to sell and take profit, because everybody thinks the market's going to keep running. And why would you want to pay taxes right now? So I don't think that we have that headwind in front of us for the back half of this quarter.
I don't know. The way I'm not the kind of guy that has a lot of cash lying around. And so I just buy shares whenever I can, right? And try to own as much as I can whenever I can. And I whenever I have the opportunity, I'm not, how do I say this? I'm always fully invested pretty much. And if I have the opportunity to consolidate, I'll trim a shitty position that I don't like anymore, right? Like, for example, like when the opportunity came to buy more next decade, I forget when it was. It was like the $8 or $9 range. So yeah, I mean, it's down from there. But when I thought it was a decent price, and Venture Global had already run up for me almost 100%, if not more, I was like, you know what? It's like if I were to trim one of them at the time, it was going to be Venture Global, because they'd already run to like $18 or $19, and that's when I sold it and moved it into next decade. So, I mean, I can always find capital in some way, shape, or form. It might not be as much as I want, but to me, it's more about just owning as much of great companies, right? Like Palantir, if you think about it, will be $1.5 trillion company. So why not continue to buy it? Same thing with Google, same thing with Amazon. It just goes back to just like, I get it. There's the short-term mindset about like, oh, I'm overpaying. But I view it as a necessity, right? Like I view it almost as if it's like owning clothes and buying food. It's like you need these things to be able to get the hell out of the rat race and save yourself. And if you don't, you're just sitting on cash. Like that's not going to get you anywhere in these days. So the way I look at it almost now is I was literally just doing the mathematics. I was like, with the portfolio, I've always been this way. Maybe I've saved up some small cash here and there, but I've always been fortunate that something comes up that I've been able to get a little bit of cash. This time it's share-based compensation at the end of this week. I'll be able to potentially utilize that. And I was thinking about maybe treating myself to something, but instead maybe I'll just wait and keep it on the sidelines. But I'm just more of a believer that you're going to have more time to buy and accumulate stocks over the time period, and you can't time this shit. You might get lucky every once in a while on a pullback. Like I got lucky in April-ish, or maybe it was March-ish, when maybe it was whatever it was. It was the first half of this year before April, I think, where Rocket Lab went from like $30 all the way back down to like $16 or $17, and I loaded more. I was just lucky to have a couple. It wasn't like $100,000 or anything like that, but it was like 10, 15, 20 grand, something like that. And you think about it now, it's like, well, that is immediately jumped up to be worth $50,000, $60,000. And so I just think a lot of people think about it like, ooh, I need to penny pinch, and, wait until the best time. And I just view it as almost just like, just buy the goddamn stock a lot of times. What are you going to do? Like, try to save 5%. Like, so I saw so many times people like, oh, Rocket Lab went to $10. I'll wait till it drops to $8. Oh, Rocket Lab went to $12. It's going to drop to $8. So just buy the fucking great companies when you have the opportunity. And yeah, maybe it'll drop. Maybe you have that opportunity. Then move money around and load it up. But I don't know. Like, so to me, I view it as this, like, whenever you have the opportunity, just buy the damn stock. I see so many people try to penny pinch. It's like, like Amazon, like it's going to be 10 trillion. So why am I trying to penny pinch when it's 2.2 trillion, 2.4 trillion, right? Like, so it goes back down to 2 trillion, right? Maybe, so that maybe give me a 10% discount. We're talking about a 10% discount over something that's going to go up 400%. So it's like, yeah, maybe I get 10% more shares. Or if I say, oh, I'm not going to buy it unless it gets back to a $2 trillion market cap, I might not ever buy it in the first place. And I see that so many times, time and time again, where people do that. And so I just encourage people, like, don't be smarter than you are. Don't be smarter than you think you are.
Shit, I can't time the markets. That's why I buy the S&P every 2 weeks.
Yeah. So, I mean, shit, I could, I bought Palantir thinking it was going to run to $20 on direct listing day. And it went down to $6-7. So luckily I was able to accumulate, but, I was thinking it was going to drop back to $20 after it jumped to 40. Right. And here we are now at almost $200. So it's, had I been waiting that whole time, I mean, there was times I think at $40 where I bought some, but unfortunately I didn't really buy anything from 40 to like the 160s. And then when I went to New York, I was just like, I need to start buying it. I just don't understand. You're going to have more time with the ability, if you're strategic about putting away 15 to 20% of your earned income. Hopefully it's more than that, but 15 to 20% of your earned income to purchase great companies that you can just accumulate a great nest egg and then maneuver that great nest egg as you see fit and manage your portfolio to adjust into the great companies and portfolio allocations that you want, than trying to time it at the right time.
Look, here's where I am on trying to time the market. Nobody has a crystal ball. A lot of traders get it wrong. And you have to be on top of your stuff and really freaking good to play that game. If you buy the S&P every 2 weeks, you're going to buy it up, you're going to buy it down, you're going to buy it sideways, and over the course of time, you're going to do well. To me, it's the only thing I'm in my retirement accounts for that exact reason. It's a hedge against myself in case I blow up my freaking regular investment accounts. It is just there, and it just keeps growing. So I'm with you. I can't time the markets. There's no way.
Yeah. But all right. Well, I appreciate you having me on. And I'm going to probably just go lay in bed and do God knows what. But I'm probably going to sleep, actually. I'm pretty tired. But hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of Steve's stream.
I'm only staying on for 10 minutes. I'm cutting it at 11 if you want to hang for 10 minutes.
No, it's all right. People deserve the milkman in his own glory.
Listen. Hit the sheets. Enjoy. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yep, you're the man, the myth, the legend. Everybody enjoy. Talk to you soon, Steve.
Well, let's look at Meta real quick, everybody. Let's see what we're getting ourselves into. So, look, Meta is the big one for me. Heinze, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I sent you a message on X. I'll check X in a few minutes. Let me share my screen real quick, everybody. So, Meta. I don't get this, everybody. Let's see if there's a revision out there. I don't get it. Like, these people, I'm sorry, they really think that Meta is only going to generate $6.70 on Gap. I mean, they did 714 in Q2. I mean, I'm not buying this. I think Meta's going to slay. I really do. I really, really do. I think they're going to do really freaking well. Now, there is a scenario where Zuckerberg goes gangbusters on freaking CapEx spend and then cost of freaking operating expenses. So we'll see what happens. But I'm very bullish on Meta. I'm very excited about this. They're post-market tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 29th. Let's see, Google, Alphabet. They're tomorrow also. Yeah, even Alphabet, they're expecting less EPS than last quarter. Where are we on Microsoft? Microsoft is just slightly more, a little bit less revenue is expected than what they generated. I mean, we'll see. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. I don't know how I'm going to keep up with everything. I'm going to be in a car honking a horn when they're reporting. I'm going to listen to the Meta conference call because that's the most important to me. So I'm going to say Meta crushes tomorrow. I think they all crush, but I hope Meta, selfishly crushes, but we'll see. And then NVIDIA, I mean, NVIDIA is up. It says after hours 204.42. I mean, that's crazy. We'll see. They said $500 billion worth of spend in the next 6 quarters. So pretty crazy. That's what you know what? I'm with you. I need a car horn for the market open and close. Well, listen, if I ever become a full-time streamer, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. What is that as your logo? Slushies? Man, that sounds so good right now. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Everybody, regardless if you're giving me super chats or becoming a member or just showing up, I truly appreciate it. I wouldn't be doing this if the community wasn't there. I truly love hanging out with everybody. And, if you guys want me to research stuff, let me know. I'm happy to research stuff. May take me a little bit with all the stuff I currently follow, but I will put it on the list and eventually I will get to it. Thank you, Ray. I appreciate it. You don't have to. There is exclusive content for members. I'm going to be making more exclusive content. I'm actually going to shoot 1 or 2 videos on Thursday for the members. Let's see. Thank you so much. My Seeking Alpha, if you have Seeking Alpha, I put out a lot of stuff there. I'm not slowing down on it. Oh, viral. Why don't you become a full-time YouTuber? I love my regular job. I really like the people I work with. and I really like what we do. So right now, I'm right now I'm happy with my career, writing 4 to 5 articles a week for Seeking Alpha and doing YouTube. I'm a nerd at heart. There's no off switch. I just go, go, go. So yeah, not tonight, but we'll do a full stream on how I do research. Absolutely. It's probably going to be boring. Maybe I'll just make a 5-minute video about it. It'll be a pre-recorded one. I don't think you guys actually want to sit there and watch me do research, because this is what it is. Me reading stuff and rambling like a crazy person. So I'll actually do a poll right now if you guys want to see me ramble like a crazy person while I'm reading stuff and building charts. I think it's going to be boring content, but maybe you guys will like it. Let me put a poll out there. Let's see. I should really have this open at all times on another stream or another screen. Oh my God, I said stream. Jesus Christ. All right. Poll. All right, here's the poll. See what everybody says. And don't say yes just to say yes. I don't want to bore you. I don't want to bore everybody. I'm telling you, it would be, if I did a legit video on this, it would be a 4-hour stream. And it would be absolutely crazy, because there could be 10, 15 minutes where I don't say anything and I just say, fuck. Or I just stare at a screen and read, and you're not going to be able to see what I'm reading. Or I guess I could share my screen. But Jesus Christ, 92% are saying yes. I am shocked that you guys really want to see me do research. It's mind-blowing. Milkman is always the late night show. And I wasn't discriminating tonight. I had the chocolate milk tonight, not the white milk. You know what I mean? You guys were all making fun of me because I kept drinking whole milk. I'm on the chocolate milk now. Man, you guys are freaking voting quick with this. 104 votes already, 89%. I guess I'm going to have to do it. Appreciate it very, very much. Really appreciate it. Look, here is, I've talked about SoFi a lot today. This was a different style article. I mean, if you want to read it, leave a comment. I'll respond. That I wrote today during the day. I started a PayPal one. I didn't finish it, but I got that one out. So we'll see. Jesus Christ, 206 NVIDIA. I mean, hey, hopefully people listened to me when it was at freaking 92. And I said that this is stupid and DeepSeek is bullshit. Ooh, any MMA fighter you dislike but everyone likes, I'm going to let you in on a secret. For a very long time, I did not like GSP. And I did not like GSP because he would win on points and he didn't finish fights for a long time. And I got over it. And now I put GSP in the top 3 fighters that's ever lived. So, well, top 5. He's either 3 or 4. Who knows? Tom Lee can accumulate anything he wants. Yeah, I mean, no, I appreciate it. And I don't want to put out recorded videos that are just rants. I really try with recorded videos to make them direct and to the point, just 8 to 12 minutes, nothing crazy. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to have to. I mean, The chat's got 138 freaking votes out there, 88% yes. So we're gonna have to pick a night. We will. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick a night. We're not gonna do a 4-hour stream. We're going to do. All right. We're gonna pick 4 stocks. We're gonna run a poll because YouTube only lets me put 4 stocks in the poll. It can't be something I already know because then you're not going to get a true video about it. You don't want to see me do research on Amazon because I know the company inside and out. We need a new company. Maybe we'll do an hour or 2 and I'll just sit there and research it and rant. You guys can hear me and I'll share my screen of what I'm looking at and what I'm building in the tables and stuff. Maybe we'll do a cash flow analysis, even though sometimes it's freaking ridiculous to do that. But, yeah, I'll show you how I go through earnings statements. Absolutely. Can we watch you sleep? No, I don't know if I'd be able to sleep. I'm sorry. That's a no. That's a no. Appreciate it, Viral. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you. It's 80%. It's 80% closed because I have one of the windows open and I want to try to feel some breeze. So yes, I have it just slightly open. Yeah, listen, I will tell you this. My brain does not shut off. Like if I'm laying in bed, I'm still thinking about stocks and stuff and work. Like my brain just doesn't shut off. I don't know why. I wish I could just fall asleep in like 5 seconds. Can't do it. I love it. And look, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being a nerd at all. I like doing research. I like researching companies. It's fun to me. I like alternative assets. I like researching it. It's fun. I don't know. It's more constructive than me going to the bar. That I can tell you. No, I do it almost every other. I do it almost every other day with a Mint. You guys hear me ranting in the car. Too many crazy drivers. Underrated. I'll crush some strawberry milk. Underrated. Now you make me want to go get freaking strawberry mix. Oh, man. Love it. Love it. Oh, Maddie. Maddie says he's going to bed, but now he's still in the chat. I don't know. I mean, I'm a shareholder of both. I have more Meta than Google, but if you're talking long term, I think they're both good. I like Meta a little better, but I think they're both good. That's just me. Yeah, we will not be doing that, sir. That's something that's classified information that we will not be doing. I don't even know what A1 or A2 milk is. I'm sorry, I can't help you there. I'm with you on BJ Penn. No, I don't know if we can. I don't know if I really think that that's a good idea. I don't want to give away all my secrets, but no, I'm joking. I don't know that that would be a good use of everybody's time because showing everybody how I do the research is one thing. Sitting there and watching me write an article and edit it, I think that would be like watching paint dry. And even if I put a poll, I mean, I'm shocked at 160. I'm going to close the poll. Obviously, it's overwhelming. There's 167 votes, and 88% said they wanted to see me do research. So, I mean, like, I don't want to put a poll up with that and then everybody say yes and then me do it and you guys be bored. I don't want you to be bored. I really don't. Yeah, the second one was incredible. World Series alternative asset episode. Well, Alex is going to come back soon, so we'll see. Yeah, he was running. I don't know what happened. You got, oh my God. We're not doing grab, I'm sorry. Neil, I told you. Yes. I'm good with pink strawberry milk. I'm with you. I'll drink it. It's delicious. And I got a hot take for you. You ready? A Friendly's Fribble, specifically a strawberry fribble with whipped cream and a cherry on top, may be the best milkshake of all time. Just saying. And you guys really want to see grab? I don't want to do grab. We'll have to figure something else out. And we're going to have to figure out, like, when. I'm going to need a coffee. Yeah, I mean, look, there's so many different ways to do a DCF, like with the whack and everything else. I mean, there's some things that aren't needed. And then there's always an argument. How many years do you go out? Do you go out 7 years? Do you go out 10 years? I mean, theoretically, you're discounting all of the future cash flow. So I got to figure that out. I saw he was on CNBC. I didn't see it. Let's watch it together. I'll give you some raw thoughts. Screw it. I guess you guys are making me stay on for a little bit. That's fine. Let's see. Spiegel, huh? Snap. CNBC. Oh, it's only a minute 45? All right, hold on. Let's see what this guy's got to say. You know what? We're going to remove it. We're going to stop sharing. We're going to reshare it because I don't even know if freaking volume's on. We're not going to make that mistake again, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's see what he says.
Just wondering why are you playing here and why are you competing here? Meta obviously is a market leader here with the Ray-Bans, and there's rumors that Apple's going to come after that. So why Snap?
Well, 11 years ago, we invented all sorts of things that really changed the way that people use their phones, and we think made technology a lot more human. Whether that was opening to the camera instead of a feed, whether it was ephemeral messaging to make conversations feel much more like real life, whether it was stories that put content in chronological order, and of course, augmented reality. I think we have now the largest augmented reality platform in the world with hundreds of thousands of developers, millions of lenses that have been built. And that we realized, despite all this innovation and changing the way that people use their phones, we were still constrained by this tiny little screen. And we just thought things had to change. So we started working on glasses, starting with simple camera glasses 10 years ago, kind of like the Meta glasses that exist today, but realized it was very important to ultimately add a display because humans are visual, right? The visual cortex.
You're saying their glasses are what you did 10 years ago?
That's exactly what I'm saying, yeah. And I think what's been really exciting to see is the way that after we've added a display and built our own operating system, that now developers are building all sorts of amazing new experiences every day. So I think we have a clear technological lead here. We have a clear platform lead, and we're really excited to bring our glasses to consumers next year.
What about the capital need? Are you able to fill that? Because it's going to be expensive.
Yeah, after all of our investments in glasses, we're still generating free cash flow. So while we do invest very heavily in this space, we are in a place to continue to fund the business ourselves.
Well, we certainly appreciate you coming on here and giving us an update on some of what you're excited about and seeing in the business, especially out here, which I did not realize was so big for Snap. Evan, thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah. I really appreciate it. Great to see you.
Evan Spiegel, the CEO of Snap here from Riyadh. Carl, back over to you.
Question: was that Sarah Iserman? Because she looked different. I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, obviously, if they had a great platform, they would be figuring out a way to monetize it better. So I have no idea what he's talking about. I don't know. I can't tell. All I know is that Meta's monetizing, they're not. I do not drink warm milk. I've never had warm milk, so I can't even tell you about that. No. Classified information. Can't do it. Yeah, I know the MSXL Championship's a real thing. That's not me. Researching companies, vendors, or with milk. I do a lot of research, not with cows and milk. I mean, I think already made chocolate milk is almost always better. But if you're going to make chocolate milk, it's Hershey's and syrup, not powder. Why are you saying I'm so high? I'm exhausted. That's why my eyes look like this. Topps Jumbo, but I've seen Mega Box dropping soon. I'm not sure if the Megas are worth it. I mean, look, I don't even know if the Topps the Topps Jumbos are worth it now. People are selling them for $530. I mean, I paid $230 for them. So I can't tell you. If you were able to get them at retail when I said buy them, I mean, you did pretty well. I don't know about these prices. We'll see. I mean, de facto is Tiger, but outside of Tiger, I think Adam Scott's got the best swing, best pure swing. Love Rory, though. Thank you very much. I agree. Fedor is freaking amazing. Pride was great. I just did an article on QXO. It's on Seeking Alpha. I'll link it. Hold on. Chris and I will be doing an episode on Monday, I believe, about QXO. Yep, Rambler. BMNR's tomorrow. See what happens. I'm excited for that also. I don't know how I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to need to have one freaking stream going in one ear, another stream going in another ear. I mean, this is crazy. Thanks, Ray. Appreciate it. Pro streamer. Listen, I'm trying. I'm trying to be like Emmett. He's a good role model to society and beyond. Late Night Milk Gang. That's right. Late Night Milk Gang. Maddie, don't say that. Don't do that tonight. Because you know that there's a ton of Chinese places near me. Like if I got in the car, I could be at a string of Chinese places in 10 minutes. Like, don't do that tonight. I kind of agree. Listen, food is life. Food is life. If you were here earlier, I had Chef Paul on for a good 40 minutes. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't sleep. And I blame Anthony Noto because I was up at 7 a.m. today for no reason. Had some of that gummy milk. Chef Mike, love it. Wow. Wow. All we're going to say is wow. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, you probably didn't grow up on Long Island. I'm not sure what day I think they alternate between days. It's Mondays or Tuesdays. I think it's Tuesdays. No, I'm sorry, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Did you really? That's freaking great. I have no idea. To be honest with you, I have no idea. No, I got done streaming and I put it on and I decided I didn't want to stay up to watch it. I was exhausted and I had to be up early this morning. I don't really get into leverage stuff, so that's probably why. Late Night Milk Gang, love it. All right, this is all we're going to say. It is classified information, but if you look at a mid in his 20s, polar opposite. And you know, the mid 20s are amazing. I mean, the guy, think about what the guy's accomplished. It's incredible. I need to look into CMA. I did not. I do not know. Absolutely not. No. There's no reason to. I enjoy my milk. I will enjoy a glass of milk. There's no reason to try to chug a gallon. No, but I may ask him to come on at some point. I don't really get acid reflux from milk. I'd say more if I have too much tomato sauce, it'll sneak up on you. I don't know. Probably not good. Chef Mike, I don't know. I have a logo made, guys. Hold on. Some of you have seen it. The logo is hilarious. Give me a sec. Where is the logo is the question. I need to organize everything in here. Jesus. Ah, here we go. All right. So here's the first Milk Gang logo that we're working with. So if you look, we got the first milk carton with the shield, another milk carton with a billy club. I think it's freaking hilarious. Little chart going up. I think it's hilarious. Yes, I have a milk vendor. So I text the milk guy who is at the farmer's market that we go to the night before, and he makes sure that he brings what I want. It's on the side. No, milk is not my biggest expense by any means. No, I drink yogurt because I like the way that it tastes. I have no idea what Aqua Team Hunger Force is. I agree. I think the logo's hilarious. Well, then I'm screwed because I drink freaking whole milk. I did text him at like 1 a.m. and he did text me back at 2:30 a.m. when he got up to load the truck. So really? Come on. Absolutely not. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Look, I guess I'll call for imprint and I'll figure it out. Like, here's the thing. I'm not gonna make merch to make money. Like I'm not doing that. So if I'm gonna make merch, like it's gonna be good quality stuff, and I'm gonna just make it where it's a wash, where you're just paying for the quality and the freaking whatchamacallit, shipping. So I'll consider it. Let me see. Like, well, I can tell you this: if I put merch out, it's not going to be like $12 t-shirts. Like, it's got to be good quality because I don't want you guys buying it and then washing it 2 or 3 times and then it sucks. Like, if I'm going to do it, I'm either going to go with a brand that I know, or I'm going to go to 4 Imprint and I'm going to freaking get a whole bunch of stuff and try it, and let me see what I can do. I did not see the childhood photos of Amit. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I don't know when I'm buying Iran. I couldn't tell you. No, I just copy my previous order and I just resend it. I should just tell them, just freaking bring it every time. Shouldn't even need to text them. All right, I'll look into it. Thank you. Yeah, I am very interested. I became a shareholder, so I'm very interested. You know what? Thank you for using the correct terminology. Sir Joseph Carlson. He will forever be Sir Joseph Carlson to me. He is welcome to come on the show anytime. And you know what? For Sir Joseph Carlson, if he wants to come on, I will go to Costco and I will go get Costco milk and I will drink Costco milk for that stream if Sir Joseph Carlson wants to come on. That's not a horrible idea, actually. That would not be a horrible idea. But in all seriousness, I haven't worn a tie in so long. I'm at the point where if I wear suits, I don't wear a tie. I don't even think I wore a tie to the last week I went to. Like, I think ties are over with, to be honest with you. I used to wear ties all the time. I think they're done. I really do. I think you'd be surprised. Look, if I do merch, I'm telling you, I'm probably going right to Peter Millar or something. I'm not doing merch that you guys are gonna buy and it's gonna shrink or not be good after 3 washes. I'm not doing that to you. I refuse to do that to anybody. So it's not going to be cheap if I do merch, but it's going to be quality stuff. It will only be stuff that I would wear, to be brutally honest with you. So I'll make a call. I'll call somebody from the golf business. Let me see how much collared shirts would be from Peter Millar. I mean, they'll probably end up running, because I'll get them a cost, because I'll probably do a run of like 100 or something like that. You know, and it's probably going to be even a cost 70 or 80 a shirt. So I don't know. It's a discussion. Let me see what brands he can recommend. Maybe we'll do an Under Armour. Okay, so why don't we do this? Maybe we'll do an Under Armour shirt, because that's not going to get destroyed in a wash. So maybe we'll do an Under Armour men's and women's collared shirt and an Under Armour t-shirt. So and a hoodie. So let me talk to Anthony. Let me see let me see if Under Armour even does that. But yeah, maybe that's a better idea. Maybe we do like the Under Armour and Nike stuff if I can get it printed on those. At least I know those brands will be fine. Look, I think I've showed this before. No, hold on, we'll plug it. What? That was odd. All right, here we go. This is where I get my milk from. That is not the milk guy. That may be the owner of it. That's not the guy I deal with. This place is amazing. It's freaking great. So they do farmers markets. They do wholesale distribution. I'm telling you, it's freaking great. Love it. What is this? They have their own videos. I did not know that. I'll be watching these later. Oh, that cinnamon butter is so good. In all seriousness, where's that butters? Their garlic and then their cinnamon toast butter is so ridiculous. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. Insane. 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 Probably not happening. I'll tell you this. I got a Carhartt hoodie, and it is so freaking warm. It's amazing. No, never wear a bow tie, but you may catch me with a pocket square and a sport coat. They should do something. Steve in an Indian outfit, that would be pretty funny. Yeah, the Carhartt hoodie that I got is full zip. I gotta tell you, it is freaking insane how awesome it is. Now I know why everybody that works outside loves these things. They keep you so freaking warm. It's crazy. All right, everybody. 11:30. I have a long day tomorrow, and I need to try to preserve some freaking brain cells for when I get home from work tomorrow to try to write an article about Meta or something. So I'm gonna get going. I'm probably gonna stream tomorrow night. In fact, I'm definitely gonna stream tomorrow night. Let's say 9 p.m. or so, 9:30 maybe. It's gonna be late night. Thursday I took off from work. Thursday we'll be getting after it. I'm probably gonna write 2 articles on Thursday, and I'm gonna do a couple of streams. So on Thursday, I may try doing a daytime stream, see how it goes after our mid's done. So we'll see. But have a good night, everybody. Appreciate you too, June. Really appreciate it. Appreciate everybody being here. Means the world to me. I can't tell you. Without you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. So really appreciate it. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Milkman out.